What's going on, YouTube? King Blazer42 here today, bringing you the new list for my Lightsworn Snake Eye deck profile. Should be the last rendition of the main deck. Afterwards, I'm going to be finishing and tweaking up the extra and the side. So, till then, let's get on with the meat and potatoes of the video, shall we? Starting off, I'm on 3 Dragonling. I've gone up to 3 of each of the names that I run. So 3 Dragonling, 3 Felis, 3 Weiss, 3 Wolf, and I'm tinkering with Punishment Dragon instead of JD, although I might end up running both, depending on what's going on. Anyway, I've also got 3 Charge of the Light Brigade and 2 Solar Recharge. That is the end of the Lightsworn core. Short, sweet, simple enough. Now for the Snake Eye part of the pile, we've got 3 Wanted, 2 Black Witch, 2 Flamberge, 1 Birch, who might be getting taken out in exchange for the Judgment Dragon. I don't know yet. 1 Oak, 1 Poplar, 1 Snash, and 1 Snake Eyes Diabell Star for the monsters, or for the main core. I've also got 1 Hollowed, 1 Divine Temple, 1 Deception, 1 OSS, 1 Startling Stare, and 1 Determination to finish off the Snake Eye pile. And the rest of the main deck. And this is all 36 cards here that I've already gone through. So the remaining 4 is 1 copy of Magnamut and 3 copies of Fiendsmith's Tract, which, funnily enough, actually has a search target in Weiss, Lightsworn Archfiend. So I got 2 different ways to search Weiss in the deck now, be it the Charge of the Light Brigade or Fiendsmith's Tract. For the moving on to the extra deck, we got 1 Masquerena, 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 Agnumdag, because that's the only Fiendsmith link that I've got right now, and 1 Underworld Goddess. For the Xyz monsters, we've got the Minerva, and a new addition to the extra deck, we got the Zombie Vampire, who in the test games has been proving very, very valuable. And we still got the number 38, the number 90, and the Typhon. Moving on to the Synchros, we're down to 3. We've got the Minerva, the Omega, and the Psychic End Punisher. Finally, rounding out the extra deck, we got 3 fusions. We got Regina. We got this one. I can't even begin to pronounce its name, so I'm just going to call it Celago. And we got a Sylvia to round off the extra deck. And finally, for the side deck, like I said, I'm still tweaking this, so this should hopefully be modified in the next couple of weeks. So we've still got the 3 Droll, 2 Lava Golem, 2 Ghost Bell, 3 Dark Ruler, one Feather Duster. We've got 2 Lightning Storms and 2 Cosmic Cyclones, rounding off a grand total of a 70 card total list. Alright. And, this time I'm gonna show off what a few opening hands could potentially look like. So we'll throw the side deck there, that can go up there. Extra deck's gonna go here. Gonna shuffle this just a little bit. And let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can actually see the whole field. Alright. So, and as always in my tests, I'm going to cut, simulating actual circumstances. I'm going to show off what a potential opening hand. I'm going to show off full combo without any interruptions. Because interruptions, depending on where you're hit at, could stop the deck dead in its tracks. So, with this particular opening hand, what you would do is start with Fiendsmith's Tract, grabbing a Weiss, and again, as you can see, we can use Weiss perfectly. So, offer cuts. And then we're going to use Weiss effect, putting the Felis back on top of the deck. So that's Grave. To special the Weiss in defense. And milling 2. In this case it's going to be Felis and Snake Eyes Diabellstar, who we can get back later. Felis will summon himself due to his own effect. But just keep in mind, Felis can only be summoned by being sent from the deck to the graveyard by a monster effect. So then we will overlay into Minerva. We will mill 1. In this case, we will be milling the Felis, or detaching Felis's cost, and we will mill 3. There's Birch, Flamberge, and Divine Temple. Okay, that line of play is gone. Maybe, maybe not, actually, because we've still got plays. We will then Black Witch, sending Wolf to summon the Black Witch. And Black Witch on summon will get us, assuming we don't mill it. I mean, we haven't yet, but assuming we don't mill it, she will get us... Oh, wow, it's the next card. OSS. Which we will then activate, sending her for normal Snake Eye bullshit. Grabbing us Ash. Ash will grab us Poplar, who will summon himself. Obviously that'll be in the graveyard by now. And Poplar would normally be grabbing us our Divine Temple. However, the Divine Temple is currently in the graveyard. So we will just grab a Startling Stare as a backup. One of the reasons that's actually in there. And then we will use the Snash effect to grab Flamberge Dragon. And depending on what else you got in your hand, that could... Actually, that won't prove end of combo, because we can still Flamberge and grab... Where'd she go? Snake Eyes Diabellstar from the graveyard, putting her here that way. And then we can use her own effect, placing Snash in the Spell and Trap card zone to grab her. And then we can overlay 8, putting it in the extra monster zone, whichever one's not occupied, for the zombie vampire, which we will then use zombie vampire effect. Each player mills 4. Then the person who activated zombie vampire gets to special summon something, a monster of the cards that were milled. In this particular case, what we're going to want to get is the Snake Eye Oak. Reason being, I mean, obviously that depends on what your opponent has, but reason being, Oak will trigger as chain 1, Wolf will trigger as chain 2, Wolf will summon himself, and then Oak will grab us back Poplar. And as a reminder, we've still got the Deception in our hand. So we've got that here still. And Poplar, if it's added from the hand except by drawing it, we can special it. Okay. So we will then, let me just double check the graveyard. 1 Flamberge, both Flamberge are gone. Now Oak. Alright, that effect is currently dead because we don't have any more targets. Which sucks because we're not able to go full combo. Actually, we still might be able to. We will activate Deception. And then use its effect. We're going to tribute the Wolf to grab Hallowed Azamina. Which we will then activate by revealing the one whose name I can't pronounce. We will send Deception to summon her. And on her summon, we can actually grab a copy of Wanted, because it says an Azamina or a Sinful Spoils card. And again, this is assuming you don't get stopped somewhere along the way, which we will then immediately activate the Wanted. For that, got to make sure we have a legal target. 1 Black Witch. Yes, we still have a Black Witch in the deck. Okay. So we will activate the Wanted. Oh, she was shuffled to the bottom. Perfect. So we will add Black Witch. We will then use the effect of Wanted Engrave. Banish it. Put OSS on the bottom and draw a new card. However, at this point, I would recommend, obviously, shuffling. And, offering cuts. So, OSS on the bottom, and drawing a card. Oh, goody. But we can use Hallowed Azamina now, the second effect. Put you back on in the extra deck, add that back to hand. Then use Black Witch effect. Actually, do we do Black Witch effect, or you can do what you want here, but in this case, no. Did we? I don't remember if we did Black Witch effect yet. We've done so much. I don't think we have, because I'm pretty sure I milled the one that's in here. Alright, let's just say we did. So we will activate Hallowed Azamina again. This time revealing Sylvia, sending the wanted we drew in order to summon said Sylvia, who is the Omni-Negate. At this point, we will I would say hope for the best, but that's not our style here. Because there are still plays we can make. For example, linking these off for Masquerena. Poplar will trigger, because we haven't used his secondary effect yet, in order to place a Flameburge Dragon in the back row. And again, we still have Starling Stare face down. And that will unfortunately be the end of this turn. But, yeah. Obviously, some hands you won't be able to go full nutty combo, but given what we had, you can see that it's a somewhat successful board, ending on a form of interruption, a negate, the Black Witch in hand, plus all the stuff in our graveyard that we could use. And just for fun, let's see what our next draw would be for our following turn, should we survive. A charge. That would actually be a perfect draw, because then it would be milling 3. Perfect. Oh, wait a minute. We did do Minerva effect, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay. But, yeah. Milling 3, and then obviously depending on what you mill, you would search for something depending on what's still in your hand. In most cases, you want to grab either a Weiss or a Dragonling. Most cases, not all. However, that will be the end of this demonstration of my thought process for this deck. So if you guys could come up with any ideas for what we could incorporate into the future to try and make this one of the most interesting builds imaginable, feel free to like, comment, share the video if you feel to, and let me know what you guys think I should work on next for a deck idea. Till then, this has been King Blazer 42, signing off. I'll see you next week.